below you on the list include Bruce Smith, Derek Thomas, and Dexter Manley. That's quite a list. But explain this stat. Why does Matt Ryan bring the best out of it?
I have no idea what you're talking about this week. This week, I'm only focused on getting the next W. I think it's going to take a team collective effort to not only keep Matt Ryan in the pocket, as well as contain the likes of Julio and Calvin.
What about your play in particular? Do you think you're playing better over the last 4 or 5 weeks, or the sack totals are what they are, but you've been playing about the same all along?
Yeah, I mean, I think early on this season, I was catching a lot more double teams, and I've always said if one person's getting doubled, then there's going to be singles. As well as the season went on, you saw the defense come together, and I think we put together a stretch where us as a unit, our secondary, our linebacker, and our front defensive line have really elevated our play. So it's not more of an I thing; it's more of a we thing, where we're all elevating our play at the right time. As well as, when it comes down to it, I always told you, I see myself, if I can't affect the pass, I'm going to play the hell out of this run. And eventually it all comes full circle. And I think you saw early on, I mean, if you're focused on me, Trey's going to get loose. If you try, get Trey, then, now it's David Onyemata getting loose. We have depth at our D-line, and we are taking advantage where we can.
Next one's from John DeSager.
Cameron, you always say that it's less about what the other offense is doing and more so about what you guys are doing defensively. You guys have done well defensively these last couple of months that have made you transform into the defense you are.
Yeah, absolutely. When it comes down to it, again, I've been saying it's been our defensive unit. It's been our collective effort, and it's all about focusing on what we can do, what we do best, and how we can affect the offense. I trust Double D, I trust Quan, I trust, Marshawn, Marcus, Malcolm, and Deuce, and, P-Rob, PJ, whoever gets on the field, I trust our entire, back seven. Where you talk about the defensive line, I have the utmost confidence in us. I like us versus anybody. So when it comes down to what the offense does, what's the trick play here, what's their bread and butter, it's all about us as a defense and how we're going to go attack it.
Next one's from Luke Johnson.
Cam, you guys have talked about how good David is as a player for a long time now. He's already got a career high in sacks this year. Has he gotten better even as a pass rusher this year, do you think?
I mean, he's a monster in that middle. I mean, I keep probably using that one just because he is such a presence and a force. I mean, you've seen him go off plenty of times. It seems like he's putting all the right games together this year. Again, if a quarterback can't roll out left or right, now he's got to step up. You're seeing major production from him. And at the same time, it's all about trying to be better than you were the game before, and I think David's done that.
Next one's from Amos Morano.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to ask you about the initiative, the CCC initiative that you guys announced today. Just how did you get involved with that, and what was the sort of the idea behind it?
Yeah, I mean, so with Crescent City Corps and just, the God is Love Foundation, just trying to figure out how much more we can do. It goes along with my ideology of you can always do more, you can always do 1% more, you can always be 1% better than you were the day before. And there's nothing like what any program that I've seen before, what CCC's doing. They're like the third party that's sort of bringing a training program into the NOPD. And honestly, as much as active as I've been this off season, as much as I'd like to create change, I was looking for a real idea of how to create change. And I'm hoping this is one of the wavelengths that'll start up, with this upcoming class and keep on pushing forward. And the idea of positive change, I go back and forth through a lot of different situations in my mind, whether I'm for, against, whatever my status of the day is. But long-term effect is, to create a positive change, you have to look and actually make a change. You actually have to, have an action that you can be behind. And I feel like the CCC program, that they have in place is going to be some sort of, it's going to head towards that positive transformative change that I've been looking for.
Next one's from Brent Martell.
Hey, Ken, do you attach any significance to being the number one rated defense in the NFL right now, realizing it's just a step at it doesn't mean nothing, does it?
How many games do we have left? 5? How many games do we have left to the Super Bowl? We don't know. At the end of the season, we'll talk about it. Right now, we're trending upwards, and I like the way our defense is playing. And at the same time, we still have some room to grow. So we're going to try and continue to push ourselves to be better than we were the game before.
All right, we're all set. Appreciate it, Cam.
Awesome.